Hello and a very good evening, everyone. Happy Saturday, happy soulful Saturday. We are here yet another episode of Soulful Saturday, and I really look forward to every fortnightly Saturday to do these. Something that is so close to my heart. This very beautiful place where we call other therapists to have conversations. And we have different therapists all the time talking on different topics. And it's a learning for me as well from all these different therapists on different stuff, different practices. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward to this Saturday until Jyotismita joins us. Let's just wait for her to join. Um, she should be here in a few seconds. So yeah, until she joins, I don't know if you guys saw some of my posts. I was in Pune 2 weeks ago. I did a live from Pune, in fact. I was doing a workshop there at the India Soul Fest, and it was such a beautiful space. India Soul Fest is just the right creation that they've done for therapists like us to, spread the awareness about wellness, about, just taking time for yourself, for your soul, for your mind, and different therapies to try. Especially for those who are very skeptical, they can actually, just come there and try something for themselves. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing to come for. And so yeah, another exciting thing is that India Soul Fest is coming to Mumbai next weekend. So I'm going to be in Mumbai for the workshops. There are two workshops that I'm doing with India Soul Fest next week. That's on 20th of April, Sunday. One is about vision board. So yeah, one is about vision board and the other one is about tap and transform. So come and join me if you are in Mumbai. It's going to be wonderful. And let's see. I think Jyotismita has joined. That's what I see. I have tried to invite her. Can you accept my invite? I've sent it across. It usually takes a few minutes until the guest can come in. So I chit chat with everyone. Yeah, hi.
Hi, how
She's
are you?
here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
I'm
very
doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank
Perfect.
you. All
So
good?
glad to have you finally.
Yes.
Yeah. So she is, so before we begin, I just want to, just give you guys a little bit about Jyotismita. Do you like yourself to be called as Jyotismita, or is it something else that you like being called as?
Jyotismita is good and Joe is good. For people who find it too long, Joe is good or Jyotismita.
Okay, so I like it. I'll try to mix and match and try to,
Sure.
talk like this. Perfect. So, a little bit about Jyotismita is that she is someone that I find really interesting, that she's practicing, she's a slow living guide and a restorative yoga teacher and a Ho'oponopono healer. So today we have a very interesting topic to talk about. Obviously, we are going to talk about a lot because one beautiful thing that I find about her is her brand's name is Find Your Sukoon. Such a lovely name. It's like an exhale कि आप exhale कर रहे हो and you are like, oh wow, you are exhaling everything out. So you get that sukoon just with the word itself. So I love that. And that's about a little bit about her. She practices in Mumbai, and she was also a part of India Soul Fest in Pune. And she is going to be there in India Soul Fest Mumbai as well. So, guys, if you're coming, please join us at India Soul Fest Mumbai next week. Yeah, so that's a little bit about her, and so I would want to know more about you from you for our viewers, so we get to know you a little more.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much for hosting me. I really appreciate this. Yes, find your sukoon. Even I love the name actually. And the best part is sometimes when I go somewhere, they identify, like they don't know my name is Jyotismita and they end up saying, You're sukoon, right? And I feel like, how we all know that a word is such powerful and someone is
Yes.
instantly saying sukoon and
Yeah.
identifying me with sukoon. So it's not just become a name, it becomes the emotions and feelings involved even when someone else is saying. So yeah,
Agree.
I also love it a lot.
Lovely. And it's
And
so good to hear जब कोई आपको बोलता होगा कि are you सुकून? So oh yeah, everybody wants सुकून. Who doesn't want सुकून, right?
yeah, exactly. Even some of my students like they know my name is Jyotis Veda, but because of the brand and the Instagram handle and the belief, I keep saying find your sukoon or sukoon with Jo. So they by mistake also just end up saying sukoon. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jyotis Veda. So yeah, it
It's
it
nice.
also resonates. Yeah, it stays. The word stays. So which is maybe not
Lovely.
sukoon, but at least the word is staying with someone. That
Yeah.
is really
Agree.
nice.
Agree.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Perfect.
So
So
yeah. So
yeah.
how I have been practicing yoga for quite some time now. It's been, I have no idea, like it's been almost 8 to 10 years. And Ho'oponopono came to my life during lockdown 1.0. And I just got like a 60-minute session of Ho'oponopono. I loved it. I used it. And then it does not become a habit always. Then after a few months, with in during that live session I also had to set an intent, and after a few months the intent came true, and then it felt like, oh, this is something real. And then life moved on. I thought during lockdown 1.0, like, I will have a different passion. I'll leave my media career, which was like almost 7 8 years
Oh, so
career, and then
you have taken a deviation, is it?
yes,
From media.
complete deviation. I was into
Nice.
content in mainline media for quite some time. Like that was my graduate education, and then I
Okay.
had been pursuing the career. And then everything became fine after lockdown. People moved on with whatever their passion was, and I also got life happened and got back to office. And then again, there are ups and downs, and like it happens in everyone's life. I was newly married, and staying, adjusting to in-laws, understanding their perspective. Everything was all over the place. And
Mhm.
Ho'oponopono was like a part of my life on a weekly basis, not like every time I was reaching out to it. And then then I did a better, like a longer version of Ho'oponopono, some seminar, and then I realized that it's just not like what we will deeply talk
Yes.
about eventually, but it's much deeper than what it I thought it was. And then I realized, like, it is a constant process of clearing your negativity again and again and again. And when you clear your negativity, automatically things feel better around you, irrespective anything good or bad is happening. So it was about yourself. It was a journey towards it. For me, it was a journey towards completely myself. And then with that process, I realized, like, we often hear about things like law of attraction, manifestation, etc., etc., but there are so many things. Sometimes, it happens, this law does not resonate with you, and then you think, okay, let's give up, it's not working for me. But there are so many things in this universe. When we talk about just the word abundance, we don't realize, like, oh, we are not talking about abundance, we are talking about, reducing the scarcity mindset. So it just happens, like, we know one side of the story and the other side is not tapped.
Mm.
But with Ho'oponopono, I really beautifully, like, slowly, it is a slow process. I don't know, lockdown 1.0 must have been, 4 years ago, 4 to 5 years ago. And then
Yeah.
slowly
Exactly.
got into it. There were some laws called law of vacuum, which I actually mixed with Ho'oponopono, and that's how I got pregnant naturally.
Lovely.
And little magics unfolded. Me and my husband shifted to our new house, and the entire journey of pregnancy, I got introduced to the slow form of yoga, but I didn't know that it's a term called restorative yoga. I had no idea. So I'm talking something about,
So
last
were you
2 years,
already
which I
practicing yoga and then you got into restorative, or did you all like start with restorative?
no, I was practicing yoga for almost 8 to 10 years. Like I have no
Mm.
memory. I have been practicing yoga,
Okay.
regular yoga, not like all forms of yoga, hatha, hot yoga, aerial yoga,
Mm.
Iyengar yoga.
Nice.
It has been part of my life. I love yoga as a practice.
Mm.
And
Mm.
then during pregnancy, suddenly the restorative yoga came into my life, and I it kept me so relaxed throughout the journey. Then I started connecting two things, Ho'oponopono and restorative yoga both. I was always relaxed, I was always calm, nothing except like first few months, nothing. When the actual journey started, it felt so good on and off. I understood the importance of rest very beautifully, and I chose to take rest. I was thankful to my office, wherever I was working back then, the boss and the team, everyone also encouraged what I believed in at that point of time. It was a practice,
Mm.
and then slowly things started unfolding, magic started happening. Life felt better, not like beautiful things were happening around me, or not like in-laws were starting to fall in love with me or something like that, or anything like, nothing such was happening. But my inner self, it felt something better, and
So
that's when I
you
realized.
also saw these practices, slowly and gradually, what I understand is that all of these practices, whatever we name it, what like there are different paths, right, to healing.
Yeah,
So whether it's what you are practicing or whether it's what I am practicing, we go at the end of the day, we are wanting to reach the same. The destination is the same. So
yes,
I think it's how it's magical that it's not about changing others or
yes,
your perspective. Obviously, whatever therapy or healing you go through, others are not going to change. It's how your perspective changes and your inner self changes, that
exactly.
how others are behaving stop affecting you.
Yes, yes,
Right?
exactly right point. So how it touched my life, how there were so many, like just the example that the experience that changed everything was, how during the journey of pregnancy, labor pain is so over, like everyone keeps talking about it. Everyone keeps talking about it. Then after you become mother, then the child will give you trouble all the entire night. This will be challenging, that will be challenging, everything was floating around. And then but Ho'oponopono also says that what you hear is just negative beliefs that your body is absorbing. Maybe the reality is different, the reality that you can create. And that's when even my husband also practices Ho'oponopono very religiously, and
Right.
that's when both of us adapted this method and this concept. We made it our life first, that and we realized like there was no such labor pain. My daughter, after the first few weeks, she used to sleep at 11 p.m. and wake up at 7 a.m. We really didn't had those nights that we remember was terrible, except one or two in the beginning. And that's when we realized like we have been absorbing so many habits, practices, beliefs. I won't even say negative beliefs, it's someone else's belief. My parents, my society, my in-laws, my people with whom I've grown up, teachers. We've been hearing it so many times that it becomes an
They
alternate
scare you,
reality to
right?
our.
Since you're talking about pregnancy, people come and scare you. Oh, it's going to be, you are not going to get sleep, or you are. So when others keep telling you something, you start believing it.
Yes,
But
so
when
our
you talk
body
positive,
believes
you
it.
start believing the positive,
Yes,
right?
and we
Mind
started
is,
thinking.
this is what I also explain to my clients, is that, our mind is so powerful. Whatever you feed is going to be your reality,
Yes, yes. Then
right?
that
So even
slow
if whatever we
process.
talk, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, that's what I meant. Like that. That was it. That was not the reality, as a matter of fact. And that's when we
Mhm.
realize how our words, what we want, like affirmation, manifestation cannot be just that 10 minutes in the morning. It has to be a part of your life where you again and again. Oh, you said something negative, immediately change it. Immediately first change the word and then change yourself. and it happens, like it happened with me, so I am very sure it will happen to everyone. And slow living is actually, I'm from Assam, and everything
Oh,
I
beautiful.
combined, and I then, yeah, and then I found the name Find Your Sukoon. So I'm from Assam, and I don't know if you have heard about it, or maybe our audience, but Assam is being termed, like there is a word that we use to describe Assamese people a lot, which is called lahe lahe, which is like slow slow. Okay,
Oh,
so in Assam, if you go,
sorry.
even a medical shop will be shut around lunchtime.
Oh,
Everyone takes their afternoon nap. It is a little slow, and I loved it. Like, it's quite nice to be slow.
hmm.
And then all these three things, how it
Sorry.
helped my journey from lockdown to understanding Ho'oponopono, then restorative yoga coming to my life and making a lot of change, then how the reprogramming of your subconscious mind towards positivity and leaving negativity, and then understanding that it's the reality that I can create and we all can create, and that's when Find Your Sukoon came structured, and then it's been beautiful after that.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, your journey has been very beautiful. Like from how practicing for your own self and getting that awareness slowly and then taking it to the next step. I think it's so important for all therapists or healers, that we do our own self work first. And we come to a point where it becomes like a habit for ourselves, or it becomes so strong inside that we can take that next step to go and help others,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah. That's
important.
that's
I have also seen people that they just go and practice and then they themselves are messed up. It's so important that you first sort yourself and then you can go and help others.
and it's a constant process. It's a everyday process. Like
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely. It's not that
every
एक बार किया तो सही हो जाएगा. Now I'm all okay. Now तो I
no,
can go ahead and help others. No, it's a journey and you have to. It's a practice that you have to do it all your life.
yes, all my life. Like the words of Ho'oponopono is like a background score when I'm swimming, when I'm doing nothing, when I'm cooking, if I'm not getting sleep. We all are human beings. We all go to the same drill, like getting little annoyed when we are not reaching on time, or something is not working out. There are less students at my class, but it's like a background score that I just jump to it, and then I feel little sense of calmness, and that's when I realize it's about myself. It's not about the environment, ambience, people around me. So yeah, that's how it is.
Perfect. So now, since we've heard about your journey, would you want to answer about what exactly Ho'oponopono is for those who don't know?
Yes.
What is it? What are the basics?
So, as short as I can make, because uh, it's a quite vast as a topic. But
Yeah.
Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian healing practice. It's based on the concept of forgiveness and reconciliation, and there are four beautiful phrases which we are aware of, which we use on a daily basis, but combined all four together has the power to cleanse your negative energy again and again and again. It's called I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. So, just to give you a simple example, whenever something, Ho'oponopono believes on 100% responsibility. So, if someone else has come to your life and done something to you, it might be that person's mistake, which is okay because nobody is perfect, but it's completely your responsibility that it has happened to you. So you navigate your way, you find this something bad has happened to me. How do I find a simple positivity in that bad, which is I love you, that it happened to me because of XYZ reason? If you think deeper, trust me, it won't be one reason, it will be many. Then you somehow find a reason to say, I'm sorry this happened to me. Maybe I manifested it, or maybe I attracted it sometime in back in my life, or maybe this thing happened because I did this in the morning and it followed, and this happened, that happened. Then you ask for forgiveness, that I'm sorry. It's all about yourself. So you say, I'm sorry, that please forgive me that it happened to me. And thank you. Thank you is when you search for a lesson that you learned. Thank you, I came across the fact that I have anxiety. Now I can go to my next stage where I can heal my anxiety. Thank you that I have anger issues. Thank you of realizing, that this thing is not working. Let's move on in life.
Mhm.
So that's how, this is a simple example. It goes deeper. But yeah, to just make a shift from because when something wrong happens, we get so glued to the negativity of it, that we, one simple negativity creates the other negative environment, creates those negative words in us, and then it just becomes a pool of negativity in which we are swimming. But if we just take a pause first, how I beautifully combine all three is like, you just take a pause and slow down first,
Mm.
take few
Okay.
breathers, okay? Then,
Mm.
if you want to sit in any asana, if you know, just sit or just lie down. Put a timer on your mobile. We use our mobile so much. It has so many more things beyond the scrolling and everything. Put a alarm. Put a timer. 5 minutes. Just promise yourself that you will not think or do anything, react anything for 5 minutes. Just sit and breathe, and then just shift your focus from the negativity. Try. It is a constant method. I tell all my clients, it can be difficult than doing 20 push-ups.
Mm.
Or but just try, and one day you will get it. Nothing will happen in one day. It's about being adapting the slow process, trusting the process, and just wait till something better happens. And there are so many modalities. I also said that move on. If something is not working out, move on to the next.
Agree.
But
Agree.
just
So
think something,
beautifully
make
said.
it your
So I think
life.
it's all about, so what I from what I understand, it's all about, just loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and accepting. And forgiveness is such a huge thing in our daily life, or even in therapy healing. We sit down to forgive others, but it's so important to forgive your own self, the person that you're living with
Yeah.
all the time, the person that you are. And we just overlook the fact that we need to forgive ourselves for so many things.
Yes.
We accuse our own self for so many things, even not even knowingly, it's unknowingly you are doing it, and you don't know how it's impacting you. So such powerful thing, very powerful.
Yeah, like, and then the tendency, because we don't forgive ourselves, the tendency to blame others become more. Like, we are involved in this mistake, but we like to put the blame on others because we are running away from this 100% responsibility. I feel like, when you get a some job at your office, you take 100% responsibility. It's so easy.
Mm.
It is in you. It's not like it's a new concept to take 100% responsibility. Our bosses, our team leaders, they take 100% responsibility for everything. Then why can't, like, anyone
Mhm.
just invest little deeper and take 100% responsibility of yourself?
Agree.
We all have that. Like, from every person, like a child, or house helps, our
Mm.
teachers, we all have this habit. We know what to do in our life. 100% responsibility is not a new concept. But when you come inward, I think that's when the magic, it's magic, it's a
Mhm.
shift, it's a magic.
Agree.
And that's when life unfolds.
So when you said that, something that comes to me is that this is what I even tell to my clients, that whatever is happening to you constantly, whatever you are seeing in others, remember that's reflection of you. So if something is not working out with others and you, just go inwards once and see what's something that your own self needs. Even with myself, sometimes if there is a flow of energy of certain type of clients, I would want to go ahead and check on myself, why is this energy so much activated, why this particular group of clients is coming. You see the pattern, that same problem clients will keep coming to you. So is that something that you need in yourself? It's the same with clients, right? That if something is
Yes.
not working out with you, with others, you have some people who keep complaining, this person doesn't love me, that person doesn't love me. Others are not loving you because you're not loving yourself. Maybe you
Yes.
want to go ahead and see inward, what is wrong,
Yes.
what is
Yes,
happening.
yes, yes. It really happened to me actually. I felt like, my in-laws, or early age of marriage, there nobody's liking me. But then then I realized, like, am I liking myself? Like, I'm also not liking me getting angry, losing my calm again and again. And yes, it's about that's it. Even Ho'oponopono believes in this thing, like, what is outside of you is a mere reflection of what is inside of you. It beautifully describes, because from where it has come from, there is this Dr. Hugh Len, who is no more around in this world. He is also popularly known as the world's most unusual therapist. So what he
Okay.
does is, like, who got Ho'oponopono to this world. He strongly believes this. What Where it started was back in Hawaii. It had started, and it was used to cure criminally, mentally ill ward in Hawaii, a state ward of mentally ill psycho criminals which were there. And trust me, after 3 years, the ward shut down, despite effort of so many people, counselors, therapists, everyone worked on them. But when Dr. Hewlin came into the picture, he said he believes, like, what is outside of you is a mere reflection of what is inside of you. He believed that he created these criminals because, people reached out to him to help them out. He actually believed that he created these criminals, he created these crimes, and he had to seek in himself what is that thing that is creating these crimes. Why did it come across to his life? And he, for 3 years, constantly worked on his own emotions, his own feelings, and magic started unfolding around in that state ward hospital of Hawaii, where people, secluded rooms became, like, there were community set up, medications dropped, criminals who were shackled were left loose. And then slowly, like I said, in 3 years, the entire process took 3 years, but the hospital shut down. Not like everyone was cured, but they were sent to regular asylums or regular hospitals or regular prisons. In fact, I believe someone even joined Dr. Hewlett in spreading, one of the criminally insane person joined Dr. Hewlett in spreading Ho'oponopono across the world. Like, he joined his journey.
Such
So
interesting. Such interesting.
yes, even I have heard, like, from my clients. I now have forgotten how did it work on me, those things that got beauty. But some of my clients say that I don't have an intent or a motive. I don't know why am I doing it, but I'm repeating it and I feel so calm. My heart feels so calm. They don't even have an intent. They don't have any problem around them. But suddenly something happened and they started chanting, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you." And they felt better, not, and they didn't care about the situation around them. So yeah, it's the basic, which also you can take into your life and just say these beautiful 4 words, phrases, and that's how it is.
Interesting. Interesting. So since we are talking about we spoke about Ho'oponopono, what is find your sukoon? I mean, how are you bringing all these practices together to cater? Since you mentioned that you are into slow living guide and then Ho'oponopono restorative yoga, so you mentioned that how you make your clients do one asana and then repeat the chant. So is that how the whole experience is like? Would you want to go ahead and talk about that?
During my Ho'oponopono sessions, the first session which I do is, I keep it
Is it one
separate.
on one or do you do in groups?
Groups, it's
Okay.
mostly groups.
Right.
If I have a private client, then I take it one-on-one, but it's mostly groups. And then if someone falls in love with the practices it like for 1 month or so, then they come on board with me as like a full time to practice, to know, to take deeper level of
Huh.
Ho'oponopono, because it's
For their
beyond those.
problem.
Yes, beyond those 4 phrases. And so I do not practice all three together with my clients as of now, but obviously everyone knows what is restorative yoga, because it's the same clients who has tried this, trusted me, joined the other. So that's how the pool, the thing, the entire universe is increasing for me with the same
Yeah.
number of clients doing both, trying both. And slow living is something I any which is promote in life, with this practice, without this
Yeah. I
practice.
mean,
So
I
find
really
your,
admire how you are, bringing all of these elements, which is all about slow living. You
yes,
are teaching people how to slow down in life, and it's so important.
yes,
We don't even want to watch one full reel. We are just into watching reels, screen time is high, multitasking all the time, mind is going round and round. So it's so important. We talk about mindfulness, but it's such a term. It's become like a term,
Yes.
fashion. It's like a
Yes.
statement. So
It's
I
a
think
trend now.
when you talk, yes, it's a trend. So when you talk about slow living, and we had it already. It's not that we've not had it. We've always had it. Our culture has always had it. Like when we do chantings or we do our puja or whatever spiritual practices you are into, whatever it could be. So our culture already has it, and it's so important that you are reinforcing it, reteaching it that okay, we have this and you can do it.
Yes.
It's very important for all of us.
Absolutely. That's what I mean. It is nothing new. We are aware about it, just that we are not including it in our life. When I say slow living, I don't mean like go in the speed of slow since
Yeah.
the morning, since you wake up to
Uh,
the day. I just try to say this like we also know create a balance. We all know all these things, but just that we are not doing it. It has this, like one of my student really said it very well, like I have stopped multitasking and I'm doing so much better.
mm,
Like
yeah.
one task when I'm doing it so better that I feel like till this practice came to my life, I was doing 100 things and I was not at all satisfied, or thinking like it's good. There was a dissatisfaction, but when I realized, like if you give 100% to one task and finish it, it becomes a full thing done by yourself solely, completely. So slowing down is so important, to just take a step back and realize that's where your productivity increases, not when you do 100 things.
Agree. So you're
Yes,
focused on one thing, you're putting your energy in one thing, and you are growing that instead of, I'm doing this, then you might just forget something which is happening
yes,
in the background.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You include rest in your Google Calendar instead of just, I'm not telling you to rest for 1 hour. Just include not doing anything else in that hour, in that few minutes of your life, like 15. As per your comfort, I know time is an issue, time is an essence nowadays. But you got 15 minutes instead of just touching the mobile or listening to music. Just
Agree.
sit down.
So that's what I was going to say, that instead of doing that reel scrolling, just give yourself those 5 minutes.
Yes,
Sit
exactly. Just give
down,
it.
don't do
That's what I
anything.
feel.
Just sit down.
We all keep cribbing like, oh, I'm so tired, I want to take a nap. In a group also, just take it. I mean to say, instead of wasting the time cribbing like I'm tired, I want to take a nap, just take it. It's 5 minutes of closed eyes and just sitting idle. Just do it. Start with 5 minutes. It's no big deal. The problem is just start, take action. That's it. 5 minutes or whatever it is, whatever. Instead of saying it, do it.
Do it. Agree. So, since we've learned so much about the practices that you do, I'd really be excited that, you do a short practice for our viewers so that, we can learn it from you. Maybe a mini version of it or whatever resonates with you for our viewers, so that we can, share it, save it with others.
Okay, great. Let's do it. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll play some track. I'll play a background
Anything is
music.
okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Whatever.
And I would ask whosoever is online, just close your eyes and breathe.
Yeah. I'll practice it with you. So
Yeah,
for
sure.
others.
Please.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe a short practice, two,
Sure,
three
yeah,
minutes.
just for like 2-3
Yeah,
lines of the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever
Yes,
resonates with you.
yes, of course. Just close your eyes and breathe. And just visualize your mother standing in front of you, See her eyes, her face, and just repeat the phrases with me silently or loudly as per your call, as per your comfort. I am sorry, Mama, for not understanding your point of view. I am sorry, Mama, for always blaming you. I am sorry, Mama, for giving you less time. Please forgive me, Mama, for my emotional outbursts. Please forgive me, Mama, for failing to understand what all you must have gone through. Please forgive me, Mama, for reacting so loud. Thank you, Mama, for forgiving me so easily. Thank you, Mama, for letting go all my mistakes. Thank you, Mama, for always being there. I love you, Mama. I may not have told this enough, but I love you unconditionally. I love you for all the valuable lessons. I love you for just being there. Now continue breathing and let go. Let go of any resentments, anger, memories with your mother because it does not do any good being in your memory. They don't serve you. And whenever you are ready, just open your eyes slowly.
Beautiful. Uh, Lovely. Beautiful practice.
Yes. So it goes for almost 15 minutes, one particular, this is like what, 3, 4 minutes.
So
So we go more
is there a
deeper
specific reason that you start with mother, or
because
do you do it with everyone, or how is it like?
I start with mother because it's a common thing before knowing the client, the student, what are they going through, and also because I start with mother and father both. Also because they are our source, and whatever we have in us is from or via or through them. And the first conflicts in our life back years ago in our childhood might be with them, which had stayed, and it has stayed because none of us are taught how to release it. So
Interesting.
it's like, yes, we don't release, and that's when it stays in us. And when we have courage to express it, when we are at the age 22, when you are really we are out there, that emotion that was suppressed for so many years, that's what comes out after so many years because we never learned to release it. It's
Really.
already in us. So if something wrong is happening around us, thanks for that happening because we understood that this is in us, and if we want we should heal it or like
Agree.
we should heal
So
it.
is it
That's
is
what.
it that provided? So do you check with the client? I mean, just since I'm inquisitive, do you check if their parents are alive, or do you do it if they are alive or not alive? That does not matter.
Irrespective, does not matter. It works beautifully. It worked beautifully with me, and I do the same script again and again with my mentor. But every time some memory comes, something comes, and something feels so lighter. It's always a different feeling, different experience. It's always new, despite I know what it is. I know everything. I have mugged
Yeah.
up, and but it's so beautiful. It just keeps changing every time you do it.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Such a beautiful practice, and I really thank you for doing this for our viewers and for me. And I think it's a beautiful practice, something very different, and yet so easy to practice. Like you
Very.
can do it easily, just 2 minutes of your day. You sit down and you do. I mean, obviously there is an elaborate version, but even if you practice in the back of your mind, I think it
Yes,
works wonderfully, like you mentioned.
absolutely. For Ho'oponopono, you don't even need to sit down. If you're just walking, you're getting bored, uh, you're not able to bring your focus, just say those phrases. Like, I know there is a count, X number of times you need to say. There are a lot of things, but I just say, just do it once. Just start. And then we'll
It's
see
very
how it
important
follows. Then
to take that
follow
first
the.
step. Start.
Yes, we are instead of getting irritated sitting on the road during traffic, just do it. Why to like invest in getting irritated? Like in any which is your irritation will not take you faster, or the roads are not getting cleared. So might as well just do it.
Mm.
Instead of listening to the tracks which you listen every day while you do workout, just do it for 5 minutes. One activity, just do it.
Interesting. Okay, so I think we had a wonderful conversation. So before we wrap up, I would just want to love to know, or ask you that if someone is feeling stuck, holding on to pain, so much is going on in life, and unsure where to begin. What is one gentle step that you suggest to that particular client, that they can take today, like now, even if they are not going to any healer, any therapist, anything, they are stuck. What's one easy step that they can take?
I think the most easiest step is to like just step back. Just step back. And it's not like it does not happen to everyone. So be rest assured that there are many people around you who are also stuck at the moment. But the change that you will bring in you is when you step back and see what is wrong that is happening, and most importantly understand your emotions. We are This is what I mean by saying that these beliefs which have been told to us for so many years, like you shouldn't cry, let the anger be, move on. Oh, you shouldn't think that you want to beat that person up. Oh, you shouldn't abuse that person. No, sit back. I always tell my clients, you want to abuse, you abuse in your mind. You want to beat that person, give him 100 slaps. Please give it, write it down that I've given 100 slaps. What are you feeling? When you start writing your feelings, now you start with, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling disappointment, I'm feeling this, but then it goes deeper. Then you feel like, okay, um, the whole thing travels towards you when you see that, okay, I also failed in this, instead of putting the blame and the responsibility on the others. When you keep writing, that's when you realize, and that's when also it becomes like, why do I want to slap that person? Like, it's not making any sense by the end of it. You get there when you start writing, like, so I accept, accept whatever you're feeling. It's not a mistake unless you're really doing it, you're really going out there and physically doing it. But understand your emotions, accept your emotions, surrender. Like, yes, I am feeling this, and this does not make me a bad person. This does not make me a crazy person. Like, it's okay, I'm feeling this. Shut yourself, cry it out. Like, scream loudly, like, scream, does not matter, but deal with it. Just whatever you're feeling, just deal with it. Forget everything else. Do not move on to the next trouble or problem in life. Just deal with that problem. You don't know any modalities, it is okay. You know to breathe, that's the end of story. That's the end game. Breathe, feel, breathe. These are some things we any witches know. So acceptance. Accept whatever is happening, because no one's life is perfect. No one's. But it's the shift that we want to make in ourselves to find some peace in whatever is happening around us. And it won't be some peace once we start collecting peace.
So beautifully put. Sometimes healing is not doing meditation, not doing any therapy, no healing, nothing, just pause. Very simple, such beautifully, easily you've put it, that it's okay. Just pause, just take that minute. Yes.
Okay.
Do whatever you want to do instead of jumping. Right? Very,
Yes,
very
yes.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's we keep saying that rest your monkey mind, but I think like the whole idea is do not become a monkey. Just sit down.
Yeah.
Drink some water. I always say that I use my mobile for everything. Like, I use my mobile for taking any medication, or switching off the gas, or switching off the AC, collecting your keys. I use my mobile to remind me about everything, because I really don't want to use my brain in these days when I want to invest my brain in a much bigger things in life. So use your mobile. Put reminder. Put 15 minutes to drink one glass of water. See the difference after drinking that glass of water.
Lovely.
Simply do that.
Agree. Well, thank you so much, Jyotismita. I think thank you so much for sharing this space with me, sharing your knowledge, your overview about Ho'oponopono and the healing, the slow living, everything. I think this was a beautiful, very, very warm conversation, where it felt a very natural conversation. And just thank you so much for joining, for sharing your practice, for sharing your experiences, sharing your journey. It was beautiful. And I hope we connect again in future and do some live again
Yes,
together.
let's do
Uh,
it. Love to. And I will see you next weekend. It's
yes,
next weekend only. Yes, I'll
yes.
see you.
Yes,
Thank
so
you so
again,
much.
for our viewers, we both are going to be at the India Soul Fest next weekend, 19th and 20th. So if you guys are in Mumbai, please come and join us at the Phoenix Market City, Kurla, for this beautiful wellness festival that's happening. It's beautiful. Please come and join us.
Yes, please. Would love to see you all there. Would give both the experiences, and we'll see how life takes. And like I say, it's unusual magic. It'll happen.
Yes, absolutely,
I
absolutely.
hope everyone finds their sukoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. So,
Thank
thank you
you.
to all the viewers as well for watching us, for being patient and being here with us. I hope this opens up some window, some pathway inside you. And if you felt some emotion today in this conversation or some shift, please feel free to journal about it or message me or Jyotismita if you would want to talk about anything, or just sit quietly with yourself, like she said, just take that pause, just sit with yourself, find your moment, and we'll save this video. It's going to be shared on our feed. It's going to be shared on the YouTube. So if you would want to share it with someone, share it with someone, save it, and stay connected and follow Find Your Sukoon on Instagram.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for the shout
beautiful,
out. Thank you.
beautiful,
Looking
lovely
forward
practice.
to
Thank
see
you
you.
for joining us today.
Same here.
Same here. Same
Thank you
here.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Bye,
Bye bye.
everyone.
Bye
Bye.
everyone.